Melech, HEYHDN, Mr.Presidents. Bekli kama revefech v'chamatsiram. Bekli kama reves machtim aserlikim v'pasivotika retchanim. Sleshvatika retchalech matlech nisvein. Eslekim revefech v'chatsivat lekim iremasem. Gelkim revefech v'chamatsiyav levesoshera. Limat lekim revefechim. Legim revefech v'charazmanam. Sekdikam marrefechalekis. Gelgi marrefechlis manasaras. Celstotica, celskobat redactica, celsmonactica marrefechvachamasim. Iploti marrefechvachamatsivat. Gel utsamika revechamatsimadim. Gel robatica marrefechvachamachalagimim. Selakiva refot letika ret chalachmat masechanim. Ibleki marrefech legiris pasel. Baktika marrefocham. Ilbiktika marrefech lares malmasam. Slekoa ret machta chalikidisochidish vasimat. Gelki marrefechim. Insobeltika marrefech vachamatzeva. Blei matleki marrefochal visodleki netzmatika. Zman atleris vatich vesamatim. Bektika marrosman asiria persov. Iseshleki marrefachman sapledisos. Geloptika retchamachalgin esachmadim. Ibleki marrefech loatzman. Spatleki marrevisim. Spatleki marrefech vachamatzim. Iblotiko, ibleki marrem. Ibleki marres, ibleki marharasim. Bektika marrefochla, ansepotleki marharasim. Ibleki marrefachla, revefachlach matzim. Gemarras moti, raspotach, rasmosechan, resfachlach matzim. Iblottika marrefechvacham. Slakivat lekav revefech loatzika, machal chivit lachiva chupat pasirotim. Lamat mit, ampleko avramat maspat virisoshvit. Bektika marrefech lachamatzeva. Leotika marrefechim, bekleki mereresman acheret. Sleveshvati marrefech lachmatan. Tzelposmo katkegi. Slegi marrefech lisman maseshatika chapesim. Ampleki amchamach andasman. Just happened something here, and like I know you wanted to express to you here further the whatever before video I just done here. Where my clinics really at this moment puts me in a very condition weirdly that I cannot normally do like I have been doing so long, in a very state of symptomatics in clinics, on a crash up on a state which is not really normal I have come through. I am making treatments like the runners said I do, and also Melech wanted I do, against the right condition of this all making and trading, if I would her, trading, and which is exactly the clinics that you know and your runners that I will never have no condition for, no treatments to do, I will never carry. And the reality is that I come for so long suffering about Kirchner's all. And I say the whole of the patriot Sodom and Gomorrah, which they are. Making opportunism in the generations about my person and murdering peoples of mine. And sending to rape and murder to my friends, no matter if or not Jewish. And especially Jewish and families. And commercializing them existences, them IDs, them businesses, them patrimonies, them lives, like merchandise for the generates, which this all are, pretender of expertises and patriotic, like Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Evangelitos Unidos. And all together, and here in this building, I have this Roberto Rotolo, and its family, which is making a commerce and making damages all over this neighborhood, and making its opportunistic side with witches, goes to see parapsychologists and others, and making business like Kirchner sold, and are related on armed forces. Now, at the reality of this, we're working in private security, and had an offer, and also some other. And recent, third, while I were just doing this and feeling really terrible on my clinics and my state, and really suffering so much, to telling while each couple knocking the door and saying, "Pa, it's me," and opening, and the son of a snake telling it's singing the one that delighted. And that one, the couple telling two neighbors, spends all the time delighting and doesn't stop still delighting, still delires. And whatever the comment at the way is exactly that every time to making class of a mattress for the business they are montaging as well about me. With a lot of other, or all around here, and also related on narcos. Keeps on lying, and the sick that generates Policía Federal Argentina and Tribunales Argentina keeps on taking the lie. And making up in base of lie and forgery, saying Policía Federal Argentina doesn't do this. And they keeps on delivering the any son of a snake and criminal, cheap, abominable, freak, opportunistic of this disgusting land with the pardon of victims. For a coin like Peronistas, I say whatever. Now at the reality. The damage around this neighborhood is for about the genocide of the whole Latin America too. About my person. Because if everybody is willing for a car and for a house like this drove Roberto Rotolo, for everybody to be willing to sing and doing the same, for a testimony of the generates and criminals, and to cover the same degenerations everyone were doing, and while provides the possibility and entrance for more damages, like much other, and militares degenerados argentinos still there, playing the, I don't know what's the matter, we don't do nothing to it, and the rest of the bases, 5,004 places taken, for the, we're moving on, supposedly cheap, accessible, but the state and the Cristina Kirchner provides for the ones that works still. The houses of our people. So where it is the cheap accessible around me. And they are the patriotic that works, says. So suddenly in the middle of the soul, keeps the destructions and the damages and the whole goddamn sick land seems like willing for. But for few. And the situation is that in this neighborhood, Policía Comisaría 40, with Ramon Falcón, which changed name and still is in the same place, with the Rotaries, made them the condition of the whole for writing impossible to get out with Evangelics United. Since the first time I just moved in. And they never stopped to make it, and they continue. And promoting the generates like this over whatever and whoever I make a business promote me. Everything's okay, I serve the patriot. And keeps on kidnapping, raping, and murdering our people, even from any place on the world, for the making what they says can be done. And destroying me and commercializing my DNA, which supposedly will be higher, needs medication, with forensics, except for the few. And this is every day. And this is every time and keeps, nosotros cantamos, nosotros hicimos, somos nosotros, los códigos, le mandamos al presidente de Israel, le mandamos al mundo. And we do the designing, and we do the photo, and we do the poetry, and we are, not him, not her. And it's every day, and I will be the transvestite queen. There's the saying, Kirchner soul, degeneradazos, criminales de cuarta. And the whole associated, the same Evangelics United, criminales y degenerados de cuarta, and trying to say with forgery still the registers of Policía of the Argentine Armed Forces and President Kirchner's and Evangelics of the world shows that we were right, and we proved that, and keeps with the same moment murdering people by him. and making for a coin anything to say. This supposedly will be todavía delira, necesita medicación, ¿no lo ves? And takes the time while I just come to uploading for the heavy file, or for the while and through, I just try to uploading for this compañía, just like the same telecentro, which gives them and provides them the, we control it with domain while we can reproduce and we can make it show live. He steals to us with mind control and adivinatory telechat, and proceeds to making the same and no one stops. I am destroyed, I am living terrible, I have need of everything my health needs attention. And once I move on, you know the case of Merea, Lautaro 34 Street, Buenos Aires. Royce, supposedly nothing happened, and Policía Federal Argentina covers everything and organizes everything, the expertise of Kirchner's covers. Nothing happened ever, never at all. The liars, and it's a person that has the used to the damaging professionals for robbing, but manipulating the systems with friends, Jewish especially, to rob. And you know what they've done to me, and I moved away from that place, which supposedly I will have a very clinic for odontology attention, with a contamination on my mouth, another class of an infection that supposedly I will acquiring about having sex with the generados like this, and with the porn to showing and the papers to putting like, we research and we don't lie, we're Policía Federal Argentina, you cannot offend us. It's every day. And to our people as well. And putting them in jail because of they will offense after them wives, kids, and families being raped in front of them in their houses, by hitting them the hell out. Like this. Rotolo. I will deny her. I really don't have mood for nothing else about this, after what I just told you. I really don't want to say no word else. No word else, and I'm feeling terrible, and I'm being destroyed every day, no one stops. They cut the complete land if there is necessary for them, and they cut them complete land responsive to the sickness as this organ does with. But feel. Feel. Now give you if you want something off, and I'm feeling with a certain weird state. I wish I can give you what you asked me, this day and right now. I'm not feeling okay, whatever the reason, whatever the situation, and one checks the turn rates are making every day the same. I will manipulate you, but they want to put you back, rape and murder, to taking everything off of you, saying that Lord will keep them, and this will be strategy of the Lord. And Carnival is involved, always, with the rest of them, always. And the reality is a very witch tale, religious word, holy word. It's exactly what proposes this generadazos, pretender of government of Argentina, we do too. Diminishing and qualifying like not serious and not conditioned for health for the states and for the nations, and proceeds with the same using anything. Everyone. I have no idea about Lucky Mahrarafaklekinis, but seeing how this is going to come can be a radical, really diverse about anything. But I kill you. Baklika Mahrarafaklu, Makleki Bakavaspasin, Leoklika Mahrarafakal, Lesman Masevaspat. Lactica Rakahalak Mahrarafehi, Susmi, Leshman Maseptica Mahrarasuf, Galrobachlach, Maxeva Plevesivi. Lish Laki Mahrarafakla, Hamatsiva, Pleki Marpachpatsman, Lactica Rakachla, Masepashivisman. Lakia Robatica, Robat Mahadim, Robaspatini, Rotivasmatica, Raspachlikishmona, Sepos, Lef Ada Achal, Captivo Rim Savin, Captivo Remapachla, Hamatsivo, Plekikesivish, Gelhol Kima, Relhol Vivim, Relhol Kita, Relhol Kibaspi, Relhol Kimismatin, Relhol Kiba Revefechlo, Habat Livis Mosiva Plekan, relchol bishvotikim ravsman maseres. El tev shiboa techlaka rach matem lei machavlikim isahim. And this is used in devices as well, with everything like that. And I will deny her. Belkim arvefechlikim markaduach blevisman matlechi bachvet asmatim. And likim arvefechuat bevesusvat. Ishlekim arresatim. Ishlekim arrefochman masim. Talbutika talgi arvefecholach matzivos levisvasim. Deshvasim. And Kirchner premeditated the complete genocide of the whole Jewish in Europe, in USA, in Latin America, and wherever to be found, to try to say that they will blech machat kivish vachnim and surrounding Israel. But this that I'm telling you is something like already were evidenced, which we completed today, the whole of the thing, and are willing for the murdering anybody. We're doing permanently this. Llamame a la policía, llamame a los ejércitos, llamame a los militares, llamame a los prefectos, llamame a la aeroportuaria, llamame a la CIDE. Always and permanently against us and against anybody which at imot amet umak. That in their real condition for government and justice and orders will just say to them, get the hell out and don't you dare. Are sick criminals in order to generate using still whatever the emblem and self-healing and psychopathizing for the thing that they are justified and they are right to do. Murdering, genociding, raping, robbing, and forgery for whatever the invention at whatever the cost and number, and extend it until they will determine for this to happen, and it's completed already. We're permanently in the whole of the world and are Kirchners and Venezuela. All over. With them, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado Argentino, Gendarmería Nacional Argentina, Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, everybody are raping and murdering, except a brief list. Brief. Everybody are making the sickness and the business this, the generation about my person, about us. Everyone. And I didn't do this, and I didn't breed them, and I didn't raise them. And evangelics did the most, but few also. I am not feeling with mood. You're asking me something. I am not feeling right fine at this day, and I am being destroyed every day for more, and I don't rest. Whatever the threats, whatever the realities, you have already everything. Nobody will cheat you now. But even though we could be precocious for manipulations and sickness, which are intentional. You have already this, surely. If you need to publish this, you publish it. I don't have no insurance except L9. And I hope I can keep it the best that I can no service for it. I never meant for no distinctive reality except for who I am and of my first, and the reality that I best ever could give you. I'm sorry for everything. Didn't have to be. Were not for. I am not feeling ready with mood. I am already feeling destroyed enough and with no much else to come around or saying. I apologize for that. Forgive me, please. Bleki marre fechli marre fechlachat bisvite shevet. Bisvite shklika marre fechal bisudet. Smate shamet. En bleki marre fechol, a bleki marre fechlachat matzinem. Seshvatika marre fechlachat. En blua matika marre fechli mismani. Smati. Smanika Kareva Fochmatzen. Smanika Marera Fochana Balmat. Le Olivotika. Red Fochma Chalwat. Semoshev. Seklika Marera Fechlach Matzechal ki Marera Fechoad Mitzet Fizif. Kelki Marera Fechlach Matzechoad Beresim. Bat Dekor Hamaplechtika Shvechal Anrat Chmin Savisim. לשבטיקה חדת לשמופנים. גליתם אחר כך לחמצים. עוד לחמצחים. כל בלב enigma נפש יהודית הומיה ולפתי מזרח קדימה עין לציון סופיה עולמה תקוותנו התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים. I'm sorry for changing a little bit, which is Ilklik Hamat Bezbot Svach Aktemat Semosim. I really am affected today. I am making a treatment and I have been really damaged by that clinics. Ableki Mahara Fochalachmat Lirisosinim, Gleki Mahara Fochatzan, and Seplikahara Sochinim, in Seshvasimat, Gemahara Fechlachamatzan. Neurosis. Bledi Ramat Lechbod, Masera Pladisaspia. Kerchat Lachim Acharefoch Leginesot Ladismasim. Ingleki Rat Chavab Ledesman Maseshav Siva. Kercho Lachma Masim. Lei Midlikim Rat Chamatzero Mishvasim. And really are destroying me every day, are burning me, and I am in a state that I need to restoring my life. And so doing that, I cannot be around. But they persist to send everyone. Likam arafach lachivich mamas likam galchat liki arafach lachamatzim aplikim arafon shlekim arafach lachamatzim sekim araf boring smanesim beplimim rosbi chamat. And for the being about this, hatikba bat shnofal hayim ba'emim. להסתכלק עם הרפך להכנצים עושה שבל מתחלימים שנת באוקטי מורי מופן שנופת דעם הבת מפס מורחבים קדוש we're badly gone back חמאמי הססיניה גן רבת לך מנחת ישמון מסיתי שבסימת the destruction that had caused to me and kept on causing גימו הרחמן ישמון מסיתי ספת I am not resting, and it's every day and day of stuff. Galkua Rafech Lachman, Achivit of Levis for Nisisha, Gerhat Lechmin Maseron, Koredi Fachan, Baklikama Rafech Mosim, that Likima Rafech Wat Sibat Levisoshav Sibat, Bachman Anasim. Ilekti kamar fechli misatichimida and seposhech lakimira. And it's exact. Aquí vi https www.ormdicidbo.aticam dmicod rumpi mbibacid.ioin Campbell de Arctic de Ormen F44 TAC 9 Factu 8555 middle Inoman 846 ample 4.90 systems recall F9 works perfect the whole of the tools. Beklika marra reflech nimegimat lebesman masefisim. Beklika marra reflech ulabesman maselam. Bableki marra reflech loasmisim. Impleki marra resusim. Ishleki marri ismon. And so putting you in clear for the reason of what I said, Kleenex are the whole of the Regia Machaleki Machavechach Maxima Plevesasamatim. And Kleki Machavechach Lachavasovava. Selki Machavechach Lachamatsiva Pleki Machavisumim. Slenkubatika. Slenki Machavechach Lachamasina. And Pleki Machavesosivish Vasila. Beklika Machavechach Lachamatsina. Datsibotikim. Datsibotika. And Redachtiki. Rebe Fochma Chavim. Selva Mitzima, Selvatika Maharasim, Beplikimik. Spleki Maharafechama. Should I break the Kaplan head of anybody? I'm sorry for that. Galki Maharafech Lachamat Segliki, Rabach Chalbi Oblevesman Masafisan. Galku Tzika Rabach Lakut Matsiman. And Shleki Maharafech Lachamatsiam Levesosim. Bikla Kima, Bikla Kemarafech Motsivat Levesim. Geshwatika Radach Lachamatsimarim. Beklika Maharaf Hocham, in Soplevis Vatachish Sidi. Galkova Ravefach Masaram. In Blema Trachni Maharafech Huvat. Galkova Ren Smart Levisos Vashivat. Sale Kamaram, Salve Kumarevisim. The Fotletim, the Fotlikimarem, Aple Kamarafechal Asova. Selashmotzi, Aple Kimaravasidit. Asli Boatzi, Asli Kimarafochan, Salvoshmiti Kamchavati. Bepli Kamarafechol, Lemotli Kimaravaspatila, and Sechma Halimi. Sle Kubaracham. Kelkubarachach lachmatim. In sospeta, in kleki marrefechali, and smart masel, and skelku marrefach, selvotima, and fesafimi. Slekila ki marrefach lavispatam, klekubatsiva, sleki meshmachalikim, refochalabam, refochalvisil, and levasmoteki marrefmosim, in lemolan. Beklika Maharafechan. Spektika, Spekleka, Ravefechoal Hamatala. Sleshmacham, Resachli, Maharafoch, Amplevisana. Skelkuat Simati, Kelkova Ravefechol, Hamatlechmi, Resichli. Spotliki Maharafechol, Bachlachmatela. And Seshloki Maren, Resachi, Aplekavach, Aplechmasila, Sosmesim. And is cooperating to the whole, and the whole of the house, and having points for naturally. And Bleki Maharafech Lachamatsiva, Bleki Maharafechal, Inkoplika Ravepach Matsidan, the Spotliki Maharasesida, Specialesha. And Bleki Maharafech Lachamativa, Lapi Tokar, Laki Maria, Leshosimi, Resisim. And is part of the same, and is part of the Soloma. Beklokam, Revefochal, Antelkimi, Revechumaki, Instalkide, Revefochal, Neshmosina. Salkire, Beklikan, Revefochal, Ampletusman, Misika, Vespa, Kelkopzika, and Plekama Rasvesi, Slevosh Patika Marin, Slevosh Patika Revefochal, Splekaman. Beklika Maharafech, Amplekimasirim. La Ivo Plekimi, Le Ochradech Lachmat Lachimim, Le'or Lekiva Karefechlam spent the whole day desiring. All over. Way go, way come. Still desires. And expecting the moment to make the provocation. And I'm gonna break in pieces. Benkla Kima Revefochla Hamatsechan, Lekuma Revefechla Hamatsi. Incloking my responsa, Infoclekima Revesi. Slekima Resim, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, Ejército Argentino on election, and Kirchner's always. Beklika Revefechal at Pesimi. Inclekima Revefechla, they wouldn't do a thing. The liars. Belikima Revefechla Hamatzim, to stay. 12. Belikima Revesim of Levesimim and 12. 2016. And this is already 1610. Does anybody to hear about and expecting the moment? Belikima Revefechla